Whose responsibility is it to save Timber from himself? Now, you as a coach, now instructed your players to sit back against Wolves.
Thiago is a good example. Who is plunging cash on Thiago if not Arsenal?
Maybe Chicken now sees that, or Turkey now sees that a person is actually not scared. Why would Turkey will attack you?
Who be Turkey, who be Chicken?
Full respect on Wolves.
Now, talking about surprises of the season, I think that one team in England will end up surprised. No, are they going to surprise us? I think they will end up not surprising themselves. And that is Arsenal. For a team that is pursuing the league, that wants to win the Premier League, your last 5 games, you have only won 2. Lost 1 and drew 2. For a team, now if Man City wins the next game, it takes you to 2 points. It takes Arsenal to 2 points behind. And that is a lot of pressure. Arsenal drew against 20 placed Wolves. Yes, before you even say Chelsea also did, we are not pursuing anything. So, AY, what's going on with the Gunners? Bullet don't finish for Nagon.
I was not even about to say anything about Chelsea playing against Wolves because, like you said, Chelsea, they are not going for the league. Arsenal, they've been second 3 consecutive seasons. It's just sad, and it's sad, it's sickening, and it's annoying that a team like Wolves, credit to them, a team like Wolves would give Arsenal, who is going for the league, problem. The first leg was almost the same thing. Arsenal did not score in the first leg. They scored all the goals. 2 own goals from Wolves player.
Before you go, you people scored their own goal yesterday.
Yeah, that was the first own goal. 2 own goals, and they scored, making it 2-1. Yesterday, I would put bulk of the blame on the manager himself. Why? Because number one, fine, you started Bukayo as your 10. Kai is injured. We all don't trust Eberechi, and we all saw why we don't trust him yesterday when Later came on. Merino injured till the end of the season, and Odegaard is currently injured. Hopefully he's back against Tottenham. You started Bukayo. Bukayo played fantastically well. He took his goal well, and he scored. Second half, you were lucky. Arsenal only had 1 shot on target throughout the second half. You were lucky to be 2 goals up early in the second half. So what are you meant to do as a big team that you want to exert your dominion on the league? You are not meant to sit back. You are playing a 20th placed team. Now, you as a coach, you now instructed your players to sit back against Wolves. A City will keep pumping Wolves 3-0, 4-0 until they are tired. Now, you start back, we consider the first goal. Normally, any team, even if they are playing against Madrid, and Madrid is winning 2-0, and Enyimba scores, it's just normal. The momentum will shift. Now, the momentum has shifted. What are you meant to do? Martinelli started that game, and he ended that game playing rubbish. Eze, you brought on Eze. Eze was playing as though he was prime Messi, giving away the balls, just staying, taking long periods on the ball. Bukayo, you took him up, fine. Trossard, you brought in him. He was injured and he left. Ben White could have come on for Timber. Timber did not play anything throughout that yesterday. Zubimendi too did not play anything. You had a captain of Brentford on your bench. He played the last cup game for 4-0 against Wigan. He had an assist. He almost had 2 assists. You decided to leave Zubimendi, that was playing trash, on the pitch for 90 minutes. Nogard was on the bench, did not bring him on. White was on the bench, did not bring him on. Now they scored the first goal. After scoring the first goal, what are you meant to do? Keep up the prayer, keep up the momentum, score a 3rd goal, score the 4th goal. But what did my coach do? He told the players to sit back. He wanted to win Wolves 2-1, a 20th placed Wolf, a 20th place. So they were like, these guys are not. Imagine you seeing a chicken on a norm. The chicken should be scared of you. But if the chicken now sees that, or turkey, for example, the chicken now sees that this person is actually not scared. Oh, the turkey will attack you.
Who be talking, who be chicken?
Wolves,
Wolves not get a talkie.
Put respect on Wolves level.
no wolves,
Wolves, call them Wolves. No be talk. No be.
wolves,
God, no.
wolves. They are a good side, but they should not. They are 20th for crying out loud. United, United under Amorim defeated Wolves, but is it 4-0 or 3-0? I can't remember. Ahmad, I guess,
No,
I guess
I beg you.
We
you
drew. I think we drew at
We
home.
drew second leg, go 1-1.
first
Second
leg
leg.
when you defeat their first leg, you want them now.
We won the first leg.
Exactly,
Yes.
you want them first
Four
leg.
one or 4-1 also. We could have scored more.
Exactly, and this is a team that is not going for the league. Now, after they are going for the league, you are now defending. You are now defending against a Wolves 20th place. Of course, the second goal was going to come. Now you see what's most annoying. You consider the second goal 92 minutes. The energy that you should have exerted looking for the third goal and fourth goal, now started doing it after you considered the second goal at the 93rd minute. So
You know what was even funny? Leandro Trossard was time wasting
can you,
in the extra time.
my brother,
In
my
my
brother,
mind, I'm like, if you want to, yes, I admit there is a possibility that you perhaps may have been injured by the Wolves player. Okay, but the medical personnel came onto the pitch to attend to you. What stopped you from actually leaving the play so Arsenal can continue with whatever it was that they were doing? But no, you stood up, took a few steps, fell down again, all because you wanted to, using tactics that will be used by
I said it in my
championship sides to get us 3
post-match
points.
conference, in my post-match
You
analysis.
be asking Wenger which one be possible.
My post-match analysis that Wolves, they were the ones saying Arsenal should be fast with the ball. They should be fast with the ball. They should be fast. Like they were
Do
more,
what you want to do.
exactly. They were more eager to score. Now
Get on with
that's on the part of the coach. Now on the part of the players, even if the coach decides that okay, I want to be stupid, you as a player, you as a professional player, collecting salary week in, week out. You know that okay, you've scored your 2 goals. Fine. Play like a professional that you are. Collect the ball, do the basics, collect the ball, pass, take your chances, score your chances. Don't take too many touches on the ball. But no, Eze came on yesterday. What did he do? He was trying to dribble. You are not winning 3-0. You are not winning 4-0. You are away. Play your pass and let's add to the tally. No, he decided to start playing Timber too. The same thing yesterday. It was not himself. Raya too decided to come out. He could have screamed at Gabriel yesterday, like leave the ball.
It brings the question. It now raises the question as to whether was that ball that was played into the box too close to the 6-yard box for the goalkeeper to claim, or was it a situation of Raya not being vocal enough for Gabriel to have heard him? Because of course you
It's a
demand
mix.
some.
Of
course you cannot
mix of
entirely
the
say
two.
it is the fault of the goalie or the defender. But then again, at the end of the day, it all boils down to, in my personal opinion, I think it all boils down to the mentality of these boys. Because I do
I
not
don't even
see
think
why.
it doesn't appear like the players are even interested in winning anything.
It was
Winning the
no.
Premier League.
For the second goal, I will blame Raya. Raya panicked. You are a goalkeeper for crying out loud. He panicked.
They are all panicking at the moment. They are all panicking.
Yeah, no, Raya was actually because the defender already
Exactly the job of a defender.
Yeah, it was the job of the defender.
reacting.
He was even the first contact of the ball already. So
Yes, Gabriel was
Raya coming
reacting.
from behind, he didn't even know that Raya was going to come. Like
That was why I
Raya
said
from behind
Raya
come
should
and
have
punch him.
screamed.
Yeah.
If Gabriel knew,
Or
of course,
if I thought Raya wants to issue punch, not like trying to catch it like this, punch it out. So that is the fault of the goalkeeper. What I wanted to say, although, is like I won't blame Arteta.
why won't you
This
blame
is
him?
Wolf. You said it. This is Wolf. It was just like when United almost lost to Grimsby, and people were like not even blaming Ruben Amorim because they were like, "Guys, what are you talking about? You want to be blaming the manager for this? This is Grimsby. This is United. These guys are like fish. They are fish. They are selling fish in their stadium.
I would disagree with you.
But
Gladys. I would disagree with you.
but
This
when
is Wolves. Wolves that has gotten just 9 points in the league.
I
9
think
points.
that Wolves are not entirely a bad team.
They are not
They're
a
not
bad
entirely
team.
they are
but
not
their
entirely
position
a
That
in
the
bad
the
worst
team.
shows
thing we have
exactly.
seen in the Premier League in the last
Yes,
2 decades.
they've
Did
been
you see how we
unfortunate not
tore?
to
Did you see
score
how we
goals,
tore Wolves apart?
striker not in form,
Did you
and
see
all
how
of
we
that.
tore Wolves
So
apart in their stadium? If you
So
watch
I
United
saw the
that
game.
time,
You should have scored like 4 goals in the first half.
I will
yes,
always say that
like
personally,
you could see.
I believe that it is the fault of Arteta. That's the position
Of
I will
course.
always take.
No, I
A,
Because
remember. So I
let me
remember
make
there was
my
one.
case.
I remember there was one match. I remember there was one match. It was City United. City United. I think City beat us like 5-1 or so. I think it was the time where Balotelli opened the shirt and said, "Why
6-1.
always
It
me?"
was 6-1.
6-1.
mhm.
And then they asked. Ferguson was so pissed as the post-match conference. Like he was like, "You can't coach players everything. Are you guys blind? You cannot handle this kind of match. You just like how do you lose 6-1 to a rival team? How? And you guys are like Premier League champions. How do you do that?
let me
Okay,
It's
put
just
this.
like
Let me
you
let,
are
let me
losing
let me
goals.
Brown, please 1 minute. Let me now put a scenario for you. Why it's the coach? If a winger is getting a better whatever against your defender, not once, not twice, not 3 times, is get imagine Timber being gotten past like multiple times. Whose responsibility is it to save Timber from
No,
himself?
See,
there's a
okay.
player
Do you remember?
responsibility, right?
Do you remember there
There's a
was this?
there's,
Do you remember there
there's a
was this
player
match?
who should.
Do
There
you
are
remember
players
there
who
was
should
this
come to
match?
the pitch. Go ahead, Chola, go ahead.
Sorry, Micah. Do you remember there was this match where I think Pep Guardiola wanted to pass an instruction to Kevin De Bruyne, and De Bruyne just shouted at Pep Guardiola that go away, no. I saw that clip. So you could have players disagree with managers. It's not every time you fall because you are on the pitch for crying out
yeah,
loud, and it's
Mhm.
what you are playing.
in cases like the Manchester situation that you mentioned and the United case that you
Yeah.
made a mention of, yes, you would agree with me that these are teams that in time past have been able to win this Premier League title. They have in all of these cases, each of these teams have gone over the line to win this
Mhm.
Premier League title. So yes, indeed,
They have the experience, they have the mentality.
there is that it is already there. So of course there is a specific amount, there is the demand a coach would have of these players that have won these things before. Now bring it to the Arsenal situation. 2022-2023 second. Okay, in fact that was the season Arsenal played their best football because they scored 80 plus goals in that season alone. 2023-2024 second. And remind you, in all of these seasons, 24-25, the same thing. 25-26, we are now talking about the same situation.
So tell me, Shola,
all of this,
tell me who's the common denominator?
is the coach. Meanwhile, even the first season that he won that FA Cup that we are even claiming that he
I will
won,
agree with you
it was
that they
players
should sack
that were
Arteta. I think that
it
they should
was
sack
players
Arteta.
that were
Bring
signed
him
by
to Man
another
U.
manager.
Give us
Take Arteta
Arteta.
out of Arsenal, and then
Give
you
us
see the
Arteta. We
Arsenal
will collect
side
him
You-
gladly.
Arsenal needs
because we have all it
Arsenal
takes.
for over
What we need, what we
four
need,
5 seasons now. You have been
what we need
competing
is a
really well.
is a
They
coach
have spent money.
that is not
They have a
scared.
good squad on the pitch. First 11, second 11, consistency in performance. But every time it comes to this particular phase of the season, it is
Just
the same
they crumble.
results.
We need
They
we
just
need a
crumble.
coach that is not scared to make changes. We need a coach that is ready to
So
release
how you
stuff.
blame
Explain to me why he was
Arteta?
explain to
How
me
you
why
blame
he was
Arteta?
experimenting
How you blame Arteta for a
Saka
match
in the
that they were
number 10
already like
position. Explain
for
to
a
me
match that
why
they
he
were
was
already like winning
experimenting with that.
by 2 goals. For a match that they were already winning by 2 goals to 0. How you blame him? I don't get.
I will
If you
blame him
blame him
because he was
for
the one that instructed the players to sit back.
That's an issue. And this is not the first game where Arteta would
Yes.
instruct players to do this.
this is the
This
best
is not the
defense in the
this is
Premier League for
this
crying
is not
out
the
He
loud.
first
should not be
game.
sitting back against Wolves.
If Arsenal
That's
has
the
the
issue.
best
Go all
defense
out.
in the Premier League that
Go
we
all
can
out
all
against
make
Wolves.
mention of, right? What now stops the coach from saying, okay, because we have the most solid defense in the league, why let's keep these 4 defenders at the back, and then encourage the attacking players to go forward because you
Go.
know that you have the best defense.
Exactly.
Because when that attack is
Why
able
why
to put a bit of pressure on that Wolves team, they will fumble. This is the worst side we have seen in the Premier League history in the last decade. So
why
they
is
will
Wolves
fumble.
trapping Arsenal in your own half? Come on, man.
Exactly. Arsenal was trapped in their own half, and they were
They had
consistently
they had
bringing the
Shola,
ball
they
into the
had more
Arsenal
possession.
box.
they had more possession than Arsenal. A 20th place team had more possession than Arsenal in the second half.
You
They
Exactly.
see
had more
this?
shots on target than Arsenal in the second half. Now
See,
you are
I
saying
can
Who's
understand
back?
that there's pressure, and this is exactly what is playing out for us now at the moment. There's a lot of pressure, and anyways,
Let me also
let's
add something.
yeah.
You know that
Okay, go ahead.
pressure that you make mention of. Yes, there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal, but I think Arteta is also culpable for this amount of pressure. I'll tell you why. Because in the past, in his press conferences, you will hear Arteta say making inference of things like, "Oh, this player. I mean, every game is important to us. Every match is like a final. There's no room for mistake." Of course, I understand that he's trying to explain to the public that, oh, we are taking every single game seriously because each and every game is important to us. Again, when you
Mm-hmm.
begin to make statements like, oh, every game we cannot afford to make a mistake, these things has a subtle way of seeping into the minds of these players, knowing fully well that these players have been in this position before. They do not need languages like that
give
to
them
be
freedom.
hovering over their
Give
head
them
or in their
freedom.
brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Play.
we are fighting for the lead, no doubt. Of course, we are players, we are human beings. We'll take every game as it comes, and we
Mm-hmm.
will hope to do our best as we progress. Instead of making statements like every game is a final, we cannot make any, we don't have room to make any mistake. Come on, it begins to
So
send pressure to these players.
another issue is this idea of not buying player because you feel like you guys are sufficient enough and you don't need players.
I
Is
think
that
that's
the
not.
only
Spend
reason?
money
No,
now.
Is
I
that the
think
only reason
that
why you buy player?
they
Yeah,
can
spend
choose not to
money.
buy because over the last couple of years they've groomed a very solid team. You don't need too
I
many
agree.
additions to a
I
team. You don't
agree.
need too many
But when you
additions.
are seeing that
So
City are going for Gueye and they
How
are going
many
for
more players do you
Semenyo,
want to buy?
Arsenal,
wait now. You see
Arsenal can
that City
stand,
are going for Gueye and
side
they
by
are going
side
for
with
Semenyo,
Manchester
and
City.
you know that this is your number one rival. If it
But
is
do you
to
also remember last season when this same City side, I mean, in the first leg when they played, they drew 1-1, I think.
Mhm.
It was last season. Correct me if I'm wrong. This same City
This
side
is in
was
1-1
defending against an Arsenal
against
side.
Arsenal.
It was in the dying moments
Mhm,
that
mhm,
City
mhm.
got that equalizer. If you remember when Alan said, "Be
no,
humble, be
it
humble."
was Arsenal that got an
It was
equalizer.
Arsenal that got the
It was
equalizer.
Arsenal that got an equalizer. So I can't blame Pep
Alan
Guardiola for
scored in
doing
the
But
that.
first
City
This
half.
is
was
Arsenal.
sitting back.
This is Arsenal we are talking about.
City was
Arsenal,
sitting back.
if you actually watch Arsenal, you will know that Arsenal, they have proper in-game management. Look at how Arsenal beat Real Madrid.
Not in
Look
the
at how
world
But
Arsenal beat
situation.
but
Bayern
this
Munich.
Not
this
in the
in-game
world
management is
situation.
now
So
the issue is
to
that this in-game management is
you
now
can't
working against
disrespect
them.
you can't
There are
disrespect you
games
can't
that you should
disrespect
not be over
Arsenal.
managing. Just tell your
And it
players
was
to
at
go out there and do it.
but at the same
How
time you
can
can't
you be
disrespect
managing?
Arsenal. So Pep Guardiola defending after scoring one. I mean, I can't blame him for that. If not for the brilliance of this same Eze that gave that wonderful pass to Martinelli that you are blaming now. All
Anyways,
of a sudden, he's
anyways.
not a bad player.
Speaking
Mentality
of
What
Arsenal,
I'm just trying to say in essence
of
is
the
this:
coach.
you see your rival, your arch rival, going for pretty much one of the best defenders in the league and one of the best attackers in the league, and no panic from you, no shouting from you. Even if it's just to talk about financial fair play, even if it's just to throw something out there that will cause some things, just throw it as you guys are just quiet and your own window, nothing. Okay, now tell me, what if you guys have? What if Gyökeres is injured? Kai Havertz has gone back to injury now.
He's back. Okay, both
He
of
has
them are
he
available.
has he's gone back and back
Ateta
again.
said that Ateta said he should be ready for weekend or
He's
something like
ready
that.
for weekend. So you guys
Yeah.
have pretty much you have players and you have Gyökeres that is not even like it's more like a small team player now because he scores mainly against small team. So
So what you
telling
are
me
saying is that
and
Arsenal should play
remember
chance
what
of
Evra
at
said.
least
Remember
keep
what
City
Evra
off
said.
balance.
What Evra said about Arsenal that there was a season when United had Babatov. I think we had Tevex, we had Rooney. Probably also, I don't think Ronaldo was there then. I think Ronaldo
No,
had already
there
left.
was no
Probably
Ronaldo.
Chicharito, probably Nani. So we have one of these guys that they could, like, the bench self, trouble. You should have, like, at least you should have, like, three strikers in that team if you are chasing for the
I
league.
would say
Arsenal, the only position that
on
Arsenal
that
does
note,
not have a replacement for is Declan Rice.
on
Every
that
other
note,
position, they have good players.
so the thing
Mentality,
is on that
mentality.
striking note, I will agree with Shola. Over the past 6 years, I would say this is the time where Arsenal we've had the less quality in terms of in our striking water. Do you want to compare Orban and Lacazette? to to to
To
to
what you have now.
Gyökeres and
Mm-hmm.
Jesus as
I don't know why you cannot even manage Aubameyang safe. Aubameyang he was still balling in Marseille.
This
Manage
guy
his
is still
ego for
balling
crying out
Marcelo.
loud. That's what it
He's still
takes to
balling.
be a manager.
As a
Manage his
coach, if
ego.
you
Anyways,
are going
anyways,
to chase
let's
players
let's
away,
let's
you might as
let's
well
move on
win.
from let's move on from Arsenal and hope that they are able to make something work.
And
But
look at sorry. Before
I
moving
think
on
that
from Arsenal. Sorry, he's paying me for Arsenal. Look at the striker that Arsenal. Look at Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus to me, he be like Ahmad. At times, you know that Ahmad is technical, right? But the physicality, they will just bounce him off the ball like this, and that's his rep not even blue. Now
Gabriel
look at
Jesus
Haaland.
is
Who
not a
wants to
strong striker.
bounce Haaland off the ball? Tell me. Who wants to bounce Semenyo without his big body? Who Mbeumo? Who wants to bounce Mbeumo off the ball? Tell me. But look at Saka. Even Trossard,
So
even
you are saying
Martinelli, we just
Arsenal
have
players are too
bunch of
soft.
just
So
have
you are
bunch
saying
of
Arsenal players are too soft.
slender players. Gabriel Jesus.
So they are
You
too
just have a
soft.
bunch of slender players that people can just physically bamboozle.
So you are
Look
saying
at Thiago.
Arsenal
Look at
players
who is
are
going
too
to
soft and sexy.
Thiago. Thiago is a good example. Who is plunging cash on Thiago if not Arsenal? If not Arsenal, a striker that has already had 17.
I
How
think
is
that
that not
I think
different
that
from
guy
Semenyo?
should Arsenal should actually go for that guy.
Go
Really.
for that guy.